Time to rank all of Team Karasuno, from worst to best player. My rankings are based off the current 4th season of Haikyuu up to episode 7. I'm sure the rankings will be different based on what the manga is up to, but I haven't read it, so I'm just going off the anime rankings. If you want more Haikyuu videos, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoy. I might as well warn you, I'm probably going to butcher most of the names, so yeah, stay tuned for that. Rank 12, we have Kinoshita, number 7, who is a second year. His role in the team is a wing spiker and a pitch server. But one thing is, we haven't actually seen him in a game or in an actual game in the anime at this point. So that's the one part where you can't really judge him. We've seen him in practice games, but we haven't really seen anything. He hasn't had like a backstory or anything. He's part of the group of second years, or the ungrateful second years, who left when the old coach came in and it was too hard on them. So they left the volleyball team and ended up coming back. So we have him. He hasn't done really anything in the series, so it's kind of hard to rate him any higher than last, really. Rank 10, we have Naruto, number 8, who is also a second year. He's a middle blocker. He's, what's it called? Just like the others, he hasn't really done anything in the story. Part of the ungrateful second years who left the team, as we already know. His personality appears to be calm, friendly, who doesn't get riddled up too easy, doesn't really do much. Yeah, that's all you can really say about him. He's a middle blocker, so his role's pretty much covered already. You don't really need him in the team that much, so there you go. In rank 10, we have Yamaguchi, number 12, who is a first year. Number 12, so pinch server, pretty much middle blocker, pinch server. His only shine in the series is with his serves. He's not a like first in pick or first pick, pretty much. He only gets switched in for his serves with someone like Hinata that's all really. And the thing is, like, his serves aren't even that good. Like, there's other people on the team who have better serves than him. I know he'll improve as the series goes on and he'll turn to probably their best server, but at this point in the story, his serves are good at times, but they're not consistent enough to put him higher. And considering he's not a first pick for the team and he's a first year only, he has to be rank 10, I would have to say. Next we have rank 9, we have Enoshita, number 6, who is a second year. He's a wing spiker as well. He's pretty much the replacement for the captain for the team, or when they need a person to replace the captain, he can come in and take their role pretty much. He's had his shine in the story. He had his backstory where we learn about the people who pretty much left the team, or the ungrateful second years. He had his shine. He's good with giving team morale up and being nice to everyone and putting everyone together and putting everyone else first. He's only had like one game, and that was when the captain got injured pretty much, or one real game. He's been involved in practice matches. But yeah, out of the second years who are on the bench, I believe he's pretty much the best player on the bench, pretty much. Or not best player on the bench, best second year player on the bench. So there you go. Rank 8, we have Tanaka, number 5, who is a second year. I quite enjoy Tanaka throughout the story. He's a wing spiker and outside hitter. He gets a lot of shine in the story as he's always pretty much on the field most of the time, but as a whole, his skill compared to other characters in the team seems so pretty basic. Like, he gets past a lot of sets to strike down and get a lot of points for the team, but that's only due to like characters like Hinata being at the bait pretty much, and him having free reign, and that a lot of characters could do that. It's just him that does it. His personality is pretty interesting throughout the story. I enjoy it, but he gets a lot of shine in the story, but I don't think he's the best player. He's on the field a lot, which is good for him. That brings him up in the ranking, but as a whole, I don't see him doing any like great moments throughout the story. Like other characters, they have their great moment, but I don't think he's had his great moment. Probably more of an average player on their team that just fills in what needs to be done. So there you go. He's not bad, not the greatest. Rank 7, we have Sugiwara, number 2, and also a third year. So you may be questioning why Sugiwara. He's a setter, vice captain, and pitch server. Why he's next, even considering he's a bench player. Well, his setting is second on the team, second to no one. He's strong second. His team morale boost is probably number 1 next to the captain, and that's pretty much what you need from a vice captain. He has, when he goes on the field or when he gets his turn to shine, he does shine. He brings everyone together, he puts them back in the game, and when he needs to be played, when they need a new setter, he's there and he can do everything, and his serves are pretty strong as well. So there you go. If they didn't have the setter that I'll talk about later, I think he'll be always on the field and be a strong component for maybe top 5 players, but considering he's on bench and that when he does go and he does pretty good, I'm gonna leave him in this spot. Up next we have rank 6, which is Azume, number 3, also a third year, pretty much the ace of the team, wing spiker, outside hitter and ace. The one issue I have with him, he's on the field a lot, he is the ace of the team, but compared to other teams' aces, he's not really that good. Like, as the ace, he's meant to be the person they rely on for the big hits, and he had his one moment where he had to break the wall and really get his love for the sport, but since that, he hasn't really done anything. Like, he has some good spikes here and there, but from what I've seen so far in the story, he gets blocked more than he actually gets spikes across, so that's what I have to say about him. He's on the field a lot, so I have to put him up high. He's a third year. He's not terrible, he's strong, we all know that for sure, but as an ace, I think he could be better. I believe he will be better as the story progresses, but as an ace, I feel like he can't go higher than rank 6, so there you go. Rank 5, we have Hinata, number 10, who was a first year and also our protagonist. His role in the sport is a middle blocker and decoy. Yeah, Hinata, we all know him after in the current season, season 4, we see how much he's developed. He's seeing stuff that other characters cannot see. That's prove how much he's into the sport and how pretty much he can just see stuff and how he engaged he is in the sport, that he puts himself above and that he's improving at such a rapid rate compared to the others that he just has to go here. His spikes are getting better, everything's getting better, he's blocking, he's jumping, his role as a decoy is just part of the team's winning plan, and he is a first year that gets a lot of time on the field, so there you go. Rank 5, I have to put him there. Rank 4, we have Fukushima, number 11, who is also a first year. His role is a middle blocker, the tallest on the team pretty much. He's a good character, especially in season 3 where we saw him really shine and open up throughout the story and show what he's really worth and block that insane hit from the opponent, and pretty much he was the MVP of that match that ranked them to the nationals, so there you go. As a middle blocker, he's improving immensely. He's the best blocker on the team by far, and he's getting developed on his spikes as well. As the tallest player, he's able to spike as well. He isn't the best character personality wise, but I quite enjoy him and he seems always fun to watch. He's probably the second best first year. He's better than Hinata at this point. I'm sure Hinata will get above him as the time goes on, but currently he is the second best first year, tallest player on the team, best blocker, so just have to leave him there. Rank 3, we have Sogura, number 1, and the team captain. He's the captain, wing spiker, opposite hitter, and defensive specialist. Pretty much an absolute gun. He's the second best, what's the role called? One of the best blockers, pretty much carries most of the team in blocking and bringing up them characters who can't block, such as Hinata, who's not very good at blocking or receiving. He's one of the best receivers, second best receiver on the team. He brings the team together. He fixes everything that the team is most players that are lacking on. He's there to fix up those parts and play that role as backing everyone up from behind and getting in there. He's always on the field, except for when he's injured, and even when he's not injured, you know he's missing how much he's required on the team, and a strong third pick brings the team together. The captain, everything good about him. Number 2, we have Nishinoya, number 4, who is a second year and the team's libero. As a whole, throughout the story, he gets a lot of shine. He's the libero of the team, so he's going to be on the field. He's the best, pretty much everything a libero does, he's the best at it in probably the whole league that we've seen. He did that insane moment in part 3 where he was able to block 2 things at the same time. He's defensive specialist as well, this perfect, great, the best receiver on the team. Everything about him is just greatness, high energy. He can get to those spikes that no one else on the team can get to. He's always there, just doing his best, and absolutely it's Chad Lad, best second year and best libero in my opinion in the whole side of their pretty much area, in the whole like country based area. Pretty much best libero out of all the teams there. And there we go in rank 2. And rank 1, or number 1, we have Kageyama, number 9, who was the first year and main setter of their team. So it's pretty obvious that Kageyama's the best player on the team. He was able to go to the Olympics training team for a training camp. His sets are pretty much the best in the league, or considered the best in the league. He's only a first year. He's the only person who can work with Hinata's insane style of playing, and his sets are perfect. He can spike when he needs to, he can dunk when he needs to, he can set when he needs to, he can just do everything. Kageyama is the best player on the team. Simple as that. If you don't agree with me, you know you're wrong, but there you go. Feel free to let me know what you think about the ranking. Let me know your thoughts, what you would change if you agree with me. Let me know that. I'll recommend you that you don't agree with me, so you know you can let me know in the comments and I'll see what you think about that, see if we can agree on something, don't agree, whatever. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, and that's it guys. Peace.